So have you ever tried trying to pass your message across to a general public using writing or through an article, and it didn't go quite well? Probably because you don't know how to actually arrange your words the right way, or you always fancy all these writers that really write articles in a very attractive way. In this video, I have someone around. He's currently the editor-in-chief of the UIMSA Preliminary Press. In case you don't know what UIMSA Preliminary Press is, UIMSA is University of Ibadan Medical Student Association. So basically, in this video, we'll be talking about how to write and then what you need to know about writing. Now, his name is Akinisoye Oluwadare David. So,
thank you very much, Mr. Belumi.
Yeah, very well.
Firstly, I will say that the art of writing is an important means of communication. Nothing has come to replace that, even in this 21st century. All walks of life, all employers, all employees, we make use of it one way or the other. So it is important that we learn how to make a proper use of it to ensure that we pass our message across at all time. So this is it, that an article addresses many purposes, maybe to entertain, to inform, either to inform, to educate, and all that. But the good news around it is that all of them basically follow the same pattern. Whether you want to entertain or all that, they follow the same pattern. And today I'm going to be taking us through all means that we can pass across our message effectively. So the first thing is that once you get your topic to be talked about, you must ensure that you have the best knowledge possible for that topic. You put yourself into check and see, because you don't have up to, you can make findings, make research, checkmate your facts and all that. So once you have made your research, you already have all your points together that you want to pass across. Then now it comes to the place of putting them into structure, and which I would love to talk about today. So the first thing in every article is the heading. So the heading is talk about the topic that you want to talk about. The heading is the perfect summary of everything you want to put out. A perfect summary. Look at it. So now, how to write your heading? Now, if you want to write your heading, there are parts of speech that you don't give a capital form to. A capital form to their first letter if they appear in the heading, and if they don't appear in the first letter of the heading, so you don't give them a capital. You don't give the first letter a capital form. These are preposition, then conjunction, then article. Article consists of letter A, and then D. So if all these things don't appear in the first letter of an heading, you don't give them a capital form. So now you must take note of that. To move on to the next one, which is going to be introduction. So introduction is another part after our heading. Now in this part, unlike spoken English and unlike speech, when you have your audience or your reader or your audience around, this one you don't mostly have your audience around, and you won't have the opportunity to use body language as a consequence. It poses a lot of problem because you don't have everything around you. You you don't have the audience around, you don't know when to read it, you don't know all that.
You don't know their
reactions and all that. So you must do something in that introductory part to arouse their interest, so that they can go ahead and read your content, what you have to offer them. So you must not make your introductory part to be repelling. You must make it as inviting as possible. One, it must be short, then it must be catchy. The other one, yes, it must be very, very interesting. You get it? So, you must be catchy and all that. So you must arouse their interest to want to know what you have to offer. So that is it. Now you now move ahead from there to the body. After you have aroused their interest, you want to know what you have to offer. Then you move on to the body of the article, and this is where you are going to pass across all your points, everything idea that you have thought about and all that. Then you put them into paragraphs. A paragraph is a group of related sentences around a single idea. So you put all your ideas into, you don't put it all in a long piece. You put it in a paragraph, because you make use of paragraphs to pass across your messages. So you put the first one, paragraph, second, everything that you have to just make sure that you make use of that paragraph accordingly, because in writing, in article writing, the use of paragraph is very, very important. So now, after you have put out your points, you put them into paragraph and all that. In the body, there is alternate that is going to have more than 2 paragraphs in the body. Then there are things that you must take note of when you are making your paragraph. Each paragraph must follow a coherent pattern. It must follow a logic. There must be a connection between 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and all that. It must not be disjointed. If you are passing across you must make sure that they follow, they go in a dovetail manner, like one going to the other going to the other, and all that. So there must be unity in each paragraph, and then the first paragraph must go must be connected. You must use here to the next one with other ones. So that means you must know how to make use of connecting words. There are connecting words that will connect the first paragraph to the second paragraph, the third to the fourth. You understand? So now all your points will have to be passed in your body, in the body of the article. Then the last one, which is going to be conclusion. This is the final part of the article, conclusion. This is a place where you're going to make a lasting impact on your reader. So majorly in the conclusion part of this thing, it could be like you give a summary of the whole thing, or you hammer on the most important point to the ear of your reader. So now after you have done that, then you check over it again. You check for if you make use of right words, concord. You check for flexibility. It's very important that when you write happy in a sentence, then you want to use the same word that mean the same thing as happy. You don't use happy all the time. So you must introduce flexibility. That means you look for it, look for where there are things like that. Then you replace the word with another word that makes the same thing to introduce flexibility, because in writing it makes sense when there's no much redundancy or tautology or all that you use the same word over and it makes readers to lose interest. But when there's flexibility, it's just like spices to food. So it makes it more interesting for your reader to read and all that. So Now you check for use of your punctuation mark. You make sure that everything is thoroughly punctuated. You make sure the full stop where necessary and all that. So because in the art of writing is actually very, very important that you use your punctuation very well. Then another thing is to check out your spellings. Make sure that each word is properly spelled out, because if you don't spell it out, there's no how they will know what you actually mean. Each word must be well spelled out and all that. Then it's very important that you are writing to an audience. It's very important that you don't write to intimidate them. All your words must be simple. It must be very, very simple. Because that is a common mistake that many people do, that they put in verbose words.
All their English words, everything they know.
Yeah, you understand? So that is it. You don't put on verbose words that will put off your readers. You put in simple words that you will be able to, because the purpose of writing is to communicate. Once you use words that are too big for them to comprehend, for an average person to comprehend, so that is that. So after you have done that, then I think you are good to go. Yeah.
So that's that on writing an article, yeah. So what do you think? What are the common mistakes that you think? Okay, I think you've already addressed some of them, using big words, and then what other mistakes do you think writers make?
The major one I talk about is using long words more than necessary, because once you use that, you put off your readers, and once you put off your readers, who will read it? So it's very important that you make use of simple words. Then another thing is that I think people make mistakes around a lot when people don't know how to use punctuation marks.
That's true.
So if you don't know how to do that, it make everything disjointed. When you ask questions, people don't know. Maybe you're asking a question when you are making a declarative sentence. You understand? People can try to decipher if you are asking them a question or that. So now the use of punctuation mark, many people don't know that a lot. Also the use of concord. A lot of people don't really make a full grasp of that aspect very, very well. If you don't use that way, people will check, readers or examiners will check it out.
So that's that, yeah?
Yeah.
So how do you think maybe a writer that have been writing can probably improve on their writing skills?
Yes, the most important way to improve is to learn from the best. So I think in the literary world, there are people that are rated as the best writers of all time. So
People like Wole Soyinka,
people like Chinua Achebe, people like Erwin Hemingway, and people like Leo Tolstoy. So you can learn from them by reading their books. You see the way they write, the way they put out their structure, the way all that. Then once you expose yourself to their writings, then it makes you a better person. And another thing is that you have to go back to the basic too. And what I mean by basic is that learning the use of concord, learning all the grammars possible, going to know everything about all the primary six. You can start from there. All the, yeah. So learning all the basic from in English, because if you can't make a proper sentence, there's no how you can write a good article. So every good article starts from making a proper sentence. So for you to make a proper sentence, you must know all the rules in English, all the rules that guide instruction, all the rules that guide everything. You understand all that. So that is it. So once you can do the two together, then I can say you'll be a very good writer.
Thank you, Mr. David. So I'll be dropping his Facebook username. It's his Instagram page as well. In case you want to probably hit him up to probably ask him for that question. And if you have any other questions concerning writing, you can just probably just drop it down in the comment section below. Yeah, my name is Pelumi again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And kindly subscribe, like, or share with all of your friends that you think are basically aspiring to be a very good writer. So see you guys in my next video.
All right.